Okay, so we have everything pretty much assembled together. We've got the oil pan and everything put back together. So we're going to start here with the exhaust. We're going to put the exhaust, and I apologize for the sunlight being in this morning, being a little difficult for us to look at. So we've looked at the muffler. Everything looks fine on the muffler, and uh, so we are going to put our exhaust on this morning. Okay. So we're just going to, after we make sure our flange and everything is good, we're going to go ahead and put the two bolts in. And then I'm also going to refer to my cheat sheet now. Um, Something I want to show you this morning on how to set your torque wrench. Okay? This is your set screw right here on your torque wrench. This is your adjusting. Make sure that you're reading it correctly. All right. There's a couple of different readings on here. All right. Um, this one is kilograms. This is foot pounds. This is how you twist it to set it correctly. There's two different readings. This one is uh, you have a number on either side here, and then each one of these numbers are broke down in graduations here in the center. So you have 50, and then you have 55, and then you have graduations from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So, um, so make sure that you understand how to set your torque wrench. Make sure you read or watch the video on how to set your torque wrench before you come in here. Because if you set your torque wrench too high, you're going to strip out the bolts, and that's not going to be good. Okay. And then once you have your torque wrench set where you want it, you're going to set this nut on the bottom so that it doesn't turn. And then that's the foot pounds or the setting that you want it at. All right. So make sure that you're watching that module in the Honda tax um, uh, website video demo, so that you set the torque correct on your um, on your torque wrench. Yes, I'm trying to think and work at the same time, and that's very difficult for Mr. Clark to do. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and set the cover on our flywheel. And again, I've showed you how to set up your speed wrench for these. And this is where this really comes in handy, getting this one down here. And this one up here. Now this is just a protective cover. This will get hot during operations. But it's basically here to, I'm trying to find my speed ratchet now. Thought I had it set out. I know I have it set out. This is basically to keep your hands protected to protect you. This is basically, let me slow down. This is just a cover to protect you from coming in direct contact with the exhaust. That being said, it will get warm during operations, and so you want to keep that in mind. Okay. Um, there is torque specifications for these. However, I'm not too worried about that. There's my speed ratchet. It was behind my lube back here. Okay. And we just want to snug them up. Okay. We don't want to get them super tight. All right. Now we're going to start with the um, with the air filter assembly. So I'm going to pull all my parts out for that. Okay. There were a few pointers that were on the video. So if you paid attention to that, that was very helpful. The way that I put these together, okay, is I'm going to take my air filter cover here, and I'm going to run my bolts through it, and I'm going to reverse engineer everything. Okay. Slide my first filter on, slide my carburetor on, and we'll get all the linkages hooked up here in a minute. Then I'm going to slide my second, third, and fourth filters on. And you want to be careful not to rip the neoprene as you're pushing them through. And then everything is set up. And then just line up the bolt holes. And if you have your speed wrench set up, again, Mr. Clark sets his tools down and forgets where he sets them down at. And we'll snug it up. Okay. And then we're going to look at our cheat sheet again. And we're going to find out that the Okay, it doesn't give us a torque specifications for the carburetor. Okay, it doesn't give us a torque specification, so we're going to cinch it down and tighten it up pretty good. Okay, you know what? I think I've got something backwards here. I think I have something backwards. Yes, I do. I think I've got something backwards. This is going to be an easy fix. Didn't have my big fat fingers in the way. It'd be an easy fix. Well, let's just pull them all off and start all over again. How about that? I got my air cleaner cover backwards. And so I needed to fix that, which is not a big deal. Quick fix. And so again, making sure that I'm catching all of my gaskets. I haven't had all my coffee yet this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Such as when you're doing these live. That looks better. That looks better. Fuel line coming off there the way that it's supposed to. Honda is now facing up the way that it's supposed to. Okay. Trying to leave everything over here so you can see it. Now, again, I apologize for the sunlight this morning. Right. Okay, here is our next assembly. And I just dropped that spring. That spring is important. Where did it go? Okay, here's my spring. All right. Now I got to find the bolts that go into that. Okay. Choke assembly and everything. And then the nut driver. Okay, so the next thing for us to do, and I will demonstrate this on the next video, is set up our linkage, hook up our choke, put the top assembly on, hook up our magneto, and then we will start it. So I've got about 2 more videos to do for reassembly, and then we'll be ready to go. I'll see you in the shop. I'm out.